Kimble with an easy layup.
That should do it. Had a breath until Bowen makes one.
Now then, as the foul is committed, Loyola Marimount has a chance to set that individual team record. We mentioned earlier that it was 113 by North Carolina last year. The most points ever scored in a first or second round game. And right now Loyola has the 113 with 38 seconds, and they're at the stripe.
Back in for the Lions, number 32, Enoch Simmons.
5 fouls.
Wyoming.
And let's see who came back in for Wyoming.
Number 11, Kurt Samuels.
Kurt Samuels, number 11, is in the ball game now for the Cowboys.
So Benny, give
Rod Tyson also in for Wyoming.
Tyson's from Laramie.
Mike Yost, who has shot 12 free throws today and made 10 of them. That breaks the record. So the record established by the team that they will play next if they hold on to win this one. North Carolina, 114, the most points ever scored in an NCAA first or second round game. Make it 115 to 106. Tyson gets his own missed shot. Gets a 3.
Did a good job. Let's see if they can hammer quickly. It's not impossible. 2 3-pointers. That's an intentional foul. And the rule is simply this: you get the shots and the ball out of bounds.
So Clausell Williams committing the intentional foul will give Marimount 2 shots plus the ball. Well, the folks across the country watching this one today can say they've seen the highest scoring game in NCAA first or second round history, 115 to 109. And Loyola Marimount bidding fair to win its 25th game in a row. 32 fouls against Wyoming, 22 against Loyola Marimount. Yost has shot 15 free throws and has made all but 2 of them. 16 and has made 14 of them.
Boy, is he intelligent. He knows how to play. He had a couple moves today that were big league.
26 points for Mike Yost.
Back in for the Lions, number 21.
The last time Wyoming lost was over here in this state. They lost at Provo against BYU.
26 seconds to play. Clausell Williams for 3.
Well, they haven't quit.
Oh, they sure haven't. It's a 5-point lead. Fryer across the timeline. But time is running out. And it'll be a 2-shot foul. Oh, 1 and 1. 1 and 1.
Robin Davis. 2 fouls on Davis.
Robin Davis commits the foul.
Benny Dees had an outstanding year no matter how this one comes out, and doesn't look very good for him right now. The 26 games are the most ever won by a Cowboy team. They started out and they won 13 in a row, then lost 2 down in Albuquerque and El Paso, one of the meanest swings in America. Lost at home to BYU. The program was at its lowest ebb. Lost at CSU in Fort Collins. Then back they came strong. Won 13 of 14 and ran into a buzzsaw today.
Fryer, who has now scored 16 points off the Loyola bench. And with 6 seconds to go, it's 119 to 112. Well, the Lions now have upped their average to over 110.5. So they now officially are the highest scoring team in college basketball history for this season. 3-pointer by Clausell Williams. That wraps it up, 119 to 115. So Loyola Marimount scoring 119 to Wyoming's 115 will move on to play North Carolina on Saturday, winning this one by 4 and being sparked by Bo Kimble, who wound up with 29 points. 119 to 115. We'll be back here at the Huntsman.
Record performance in Dick Vitale, the team that scores now, as Frank mentioned near the end of the game, more points than any team right now on average. One-shot deal, you can do it, allowing your opposition to shoot over 50%. And their defense on the year, 54% for the opposition. You can beat a one-shot deal, and that's what they did tonight.
Yeah, they really did. They rose to the occasion, Bob, and beat a good Wyoming basketball team. Played brilliantly. I love their second effort and their hustle, but what a I mean, I can't get over that running game they have, the way they shoot the ball so quickly and they score, and Paul Westhead's got to feel like $1 million. And what about Kimble and Gathers? Do you think they would like to have them over at the University of Southern Cal?
Gosh, they passed less than you did when you used to play. And reminder, coming along.
I never played.
Yeah, you were some kind of a player. Notre Dame and SMU, top of the hour at 7 Eastern Time. And coming along at 9 Eastern Time tonight, we'll have the presentation of the Naismith Trophy and the announcement of the Naismith All-American teams. And our second primary game in prime time tonight at 9:30 Eastern Time, Wichita State and DePaul. We, of course, will have live reports and cut-ins and switch-abouts all throughout the evening, wherever the action is happening. What a day we've had so far. We've got some basketball to show you and talk about. Final score, it was a record performance, 119-115, Loyola. NCAA tournament tonight. We've got SMU and Notre Dame at the top of the hour. We've had surprises today. Wouldn't be the first round without our ration of surprises, such as the game between Rhode Island and Missouri. Played today, and this one really in Chapel Hill gave us a good idea that URI could be a factor. Mergen Cena here to reserve Kenny Green for the jam. Green had 14 off the bench. Derek Chivas, though, the Band-Aid man. Byron Irvin with the rejection on Carlton Owens. Chivas puts it through. Tigers up by a deuce at the half. Now, Chivas at 35 on the game gets past Cena here. But it really was a one-man show for Missouri, that one man being Derek Chivas. The Rams were clicking on all cylinders. Carlton Owens picks it away from Byron Irvin. Silk Owens had 25 on the day. And then Tom Garrick heated up. Did he ever in the second half? Pushes aside Irvin and sticks the J. Garrick had 29 points, 25 of those in the second half. That's the game clock with the Rams up by 7. Garrick with a major basket. The final 87-80. First win ever in the tournament for Rhode Island. The third straight tournament time that Missouri has gone out in the first round. Garrick had 29 points, as we said, most of those in the second half. He was the hero of today's game.
I felt that I had to put the ball in the second half. See that? I think opposite of a lot of players. If they think if they're cold, they're going to stop shooting. I think if I'm cold, I have to keep on shooting and get hot. Eventually, something's going to drop. And if I don't shoot on this team, because me and Carlton put up a lot of the points, I have to shoot to create things for other people. Even if I'm cold, once I pull up, if I'm not hitting, if I can dump off, people are going to be attracted to me, and it's going to open things up for everyone else.
Tom Garrick of Rhode Island, and URI moves on. It was not easy for Syracuse in the other game this afternoon at Chapel Hill. The win over NCAA 69-55. Stevie Thompson had 21, but when it counted, it was a one-man show for Syracuse. Ronnie Cycli, 16 boards and 20 points. We continue looking towards the top of the hour as our coverage continues in the first round. Nick Vitale and Bob Lee will continue on the NCAA tournament tonight. When this time of the year rolls around, looks like an intense business, but he's not too intense right now as he joins us live in the studio. And Dale, thanks for joining us. What's the state of your ball club right now?
Well, I hope good. It's been a tough week, and I think they're extremely tough emotionally. To get through Don Redden, we've gone through the Pete Maravich thing, 2 just unbelievable deaths. I just like them. I like the feeling. And I just pray that Pontius Pilate, Dick Vitale, will please, dear God, please let Dick Vitale
Come on, now, don't start
say
preaching already,
LSU is going to lose. Bob, now, you know he wears you out working with him.
Without a doubt.
This man has never predicted LSU to win an NCAA tournament game in 2 years. God, please let this luck continue, because he's picking Georgetown, so we may have a chance.
Well, the reason I got to pick Georgetown, first of all, you got to give the edge to John Thompson on the sideline as a coach. Hey,
he's
seriously.
a Rolls Royce, right?
He's a Rolls Roycer, but seriously,
Now,
you're one of my all wackos.
We named a team, Bob. We named a team.
I can't even ask the guy a question.
The all Rolls Royce.
I'm going to leave. I'm leaving.
We named an all Rolls Royce announcers.
Uh-oh.
Dick Vitale didn't make it. You did, Bob. Tim Brando made it, and you made it.
Well, Brando's in your coattails all the time down there in Baton Rouge. Let me ask you a question. Will you please?
All right.
Number one, you had to be shocked and surprised that you got in the tournament at 16 and 13.
I wasn't shocked or surprised. I was elated because of the schedule, the power schedule. No one said anything. No one came on the air and said anything to your Dick. We were second in the Southeastern Conference with a 10-8 record. Didn't go to an NCAA tournament, and I didn't say anything to chastise the NCAA because I believe in the selection committee, and I really do. I think they're a gutty group of guys that are trying to do their best. No matter what they do, it's like coaching. Be damned if you do and damned if you don't. Bob, next Wednesday, would you do me a favor? Would you reserve it? I have a chance to go to Detroit, Michigan to roast Dick Vitale. Now, as guests, I've already invited Himmler, Joseph Goebbels, you know, all of them. I've got them all. If you want to come, you can come.
All right.
It'll be a great roast.
Let me ask you a question about the East. Is the East overloaded? When you took happy to get in, you look at that Eastern bracket. It's
like
top-heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a great bracket. And again, if you talk about tournament experience, just the two that are playing, Georgetown, LSU, Temple, it's really a great bracket. Probably the best one in the country.
Have you basically run into one of your favorite coaches since he's in the East also by the name of General Robert Montgomery Knight? You looking forward to that matchup? I will pay to be at courtside to watch the two of you play.
Listen, they say that silence is a lie, and at the same token, my mother told me never to lie, tell the truth. Now, she only had an 8th grade education, but I think had she gone to the 9th grade, she might have told Motor Mouth or myself, who talks too much, that sometimes maybe silence is the best, had she had a 9th grade education. I was trying to make a point. The point was very simple. None of us own this game. None of us are God. I can't point my finger at another human being, but I can point my finger